You ever have one of those days where you think you finally made it, then boom, the universe hands you a front row seat to crazy? Yeah, well, picture this. I'm standing on my new front lawn, boxes everywhere, sun warming my face, feeling like I finally outsmarted the world by buying a place with zero HOA nonsense. Then this woman comes storming onto my property, waving papers and screaming like I'm a wanted criminal. I mean, right out the gate, she's demanding fines, calling herself the HOA president. And I can't help but laugh because the whole reason I bought this old farmhouse was that it's not under any HOA. Like I checked, double-checked, even had 3 lawyers confirm it. But this lady, she's acting like she's about to handcuff me for a mailbox color violation. Let me back up a sec. My name's Marcus, and if you've ever wanted to put an entitled neighbor in their place, pull up a chair, because this is the story I've been waiting to tell for years. I picked this 1-800-square-foot place because every single document, every survey, every dusty deed from the 1870s said one thing: no HOA. So imagine my surprise when Karen Mitchell, yeah, that's what she calls herself, clipboard, and all marches up like she's delivering a search warrant announcing, "Sir, I'm president of Maplewood Heights HOA. This property requires immediate compliance." She's got that tone, the one like she practiced it in the mirror just for moments like this. I'm thinking, all right, maybe it's just a mix-up. Maybe some annexation happened and nobody told me. So I pull out my property folder. It's thick. It's got everything: county maps, surveys, title, insurance, the works. "Ma'am, I appreciate your concern, but my property is not part of your HOA." I'm trying to keep it polite engineer style. Stick to the facts, show the data, let the truth do the talking. But Karen doesn't care. She just waves her manila folder at me and says, "Your documentation is incorrect. This property's been in violation for years." For about half a second, I actually questioned myself. Did I miss something? Then I snap out of it because months of research don't lie. She barely glances at my folder and starts in with, "Those records are outdated. I have current authority maps." But looking at her official papers, I notice the seals are just a little too shiny, the color's a little off, the font's not quite right, like a bad fake ID from college. Then my wife, Judy, steps out, coffee mug in hand, gives Karen the same look she gives students trying to turn in homework, copied off Wikipedia. "Where are the originals?" Judy asks. And right then, Karen's professional mask slips. She snaps, "Illegal questioning of HOA authority." Like suddenly asking for proof is a federal offense. Honestly, her relationship with the word illegal is like a toddler with glitter. She throws it everywhere, hoping some of it sticks. So I offer a simple test. "Let's call the county office, clear this up." Karen's eyes go wide. "County records are irrelevant. HOA authority supersedes all other documentation." Now, I'm not sure what world that's true in, but it isn't this one. She doubles down, grabs her stuff, announces, "You have 24 hours to comply or face formal enforcement," and storms off muttering, "Illegal, illegal," like it's some kind of shield. But the universe must have decided I deserved a win on her way out. She drops a receipt. I pick it up, and it's from Print Palace for HOA boundary. Update 20 copies, 8750 yenes. Dated yesterday. Turns out Karen printed up her own fake authority documents the day before she tried to find me. At that point, everything clicks legitimate. HOA presidents don't need to print their own maps, and boundaries don't shift overnight. But something about that receipt gets under my skin. There's a pattern here, and I want to see how deep it goes. Next morning, while Judy's making breakfast, I call the real Maplewood Heights HOA. I need to verify board member info for Karen Mitchell. The manager on the phone, real helpful, says, "We've never had a Karen Mitchell. Our president's David Chen, and you can check our roster online." 2 minutes later, the list's in my inbox. Karen's nowhere to be found. So now I'm fired up. If she's faking being HOA president, what else is she lying about? I start digging her social media as a timeline of desperation. 8 months unemployed, starts posting about community standards. Then I find 47 complaints on neighborhood forums, all about mailbox colors, garden gnomes, holiday lights. Little stuff, but all written up like official violations with fake regulation numbers, even photo evidence. Then I check financial apps. Payments labeled HOA fine from neighbors, $50 here, $75 there. All told, thousands of bucks all going to Karen. That's when Bob Wilson, retired military, walks up on his evening stroll. "You met our neighborhood scammer," he asks, half amused, half fed up. Turns out half the street already knows. She targets new folks, people who won't push back. Bob paid $60 for a mailbox violation before he caught on. In the group chat, it's a parade of "Karen got me 2 stories, $40 here, $85 there." Even elderly neighbors scraping together cash, terrified of foreclosure over fake fines. I take that receipt to Print Palace, and the kid behind the counter recognizes Karen immediately. Oh yeah, she orders every month. Real specific about seals and logos, pays cash, wants everything laminated. He pulls up her order history, violation notices, fine schedules, compliance forms, even fake letterhead. She's running a full-scale operation, printing hundreds of fake documents every month. That evening, Karen calls again, now demanding $200 for compliance review, threatening legal action if I don't pay by tomorrow. The number she calls from Hartley Insurance Collections, her old job. It all fits. She took her collection agency skills and built a scam out of it. So I set up a security camera, only public spaces, just in case she tries anything else. Sure enough, over the next few nights, I catch her on camera manufacturing evidence, printing, laminating, even rehearsing her fake violation photo shoots. The footage is wild. Mrs. Peterson, the sweet lady who got hit with the garden gnome, fine comes by envelope in hand, paying Karen in cash. Head down, embarrassed. Next night, Karen's out front, placing fake violation notices, snapping staged photos of my mailbox for her records. Time to spring the trap. When she calls again, I act like I'm ready to cooperate. "Can you send me the full documentation package, including board minutes approving my violation?" She shows up the next morning, briefcase loaded, dressed like she's on trial. The forgeries are impressive, fake meeting minutes, made-up regulations, even neighbor complaints with fake signatures. I ask for board contacts and public financial records. She panics. Confidential, illegal to request. Always illegal when she's cornered. I hit her with the video evidence, her planting fake violations, making documents at home. She snaps, threatens to call the cops for illegal surveillance, and storms off. And sure enough, an hour later, police arrive. Karen's got her act down, handing officers her professional-looking folder, ranting about illegal occupation. At first, the cops are neutral, but when I show my evidence, property deeds, attorney opinions, and the footage, they get real serious, real fast. They call Maplewood Heights. No record of Karen. When confronted, she spirals, yelling about illegal conspiracies and corrupt officials. Her meltdown is epic. She's waving fake police reports, screaming at the real HOA president, David Chen, who steps in to clear everything up. By now, everyone's realizing they've been scammed. Neighbors testify about the money they lost. Karen refuses to back down, shouting illegal fines, and "I'm the real president," over and over. Mrs. Peterson catches it all on her phone and uploads the video. Next thing you know, fake HOA president meltdown is trending everywhere. Local news vans show up, interviews start, and I'm suddenly the guy giving advice on fraud prevention. People from other neighborhoods start chiming in turns out Karen's scam isn't unique. She targeted the vulnerable elderly folks, new arrivals, anyone unlikely to fight back. The investigation uncovers $400 stolen across 3 neighborhoods, every penny spent on printing supplies to make her fake authority look legit. Then, as the story's blowing up, I get an envelope slipped under my door, a photo of Karen meeting 2 strangers in a cafe, all of them looking at documents. On the back, she's not working alone. Detective Rodriguez confirms that Karen's part of a bigger fraud network, and now the law's getting involved for real. She ends up charged with felony theft, forgery, and impersonating a government official. She even tries to submit more forgeries during her plea hearing, claiming federal authority, waiving home-printed Supreme Court rulings. The judge, somehow keeping a straight face, lays out the facts. Karen gets 200 hours community service at a real HOA, 2 years probation, full restitution to her victims, plus court-mandated therapy. 6 months later, Bob emails me. Karen's finished probation therapy's helping. She's got a real job at a real estate office, and get this, now spends her days filing paperwork the legal way. Maplewood Heights sets up a verification site. The county starts a fraud reporting system. Even the local print shop now checks IDs before printing anything official. Our property values rise, and illegal becomes a running joke anytime someone tries to flex a little too much authority. Turns out the mysterious photo came from another victim in another state. Karen's network was bigger than anyone knew, but after her viral meltdown, law enforcement tracked down the others, arrests, prosecutions, the whole deal. The best part, the whole mess became a cautionary tale. Other HOAs tighten up their verification police trained to spot fraud, and the whole community learns the value of checking before trusting anyone waving a clipboard. So yeah, thanks, Karen. You taught our town about fraud, about the danger of trusting authority without proof, and about the power of neighbors standing up together. And if you made it to the end of this story, drop a comment. Have you ever had a neighbor try to pull a fast one? What does justice look like where you live? Hit like, share your story, and remember, always verify before you pay. Because sometimes the craziest stories make the best lessons, and the best revenge is just exposing the truth.